Qui-Gon Jinn, one of the greatest Jedis of all time. Sadly, he really doesn't get much love. But back in 1999, he got a lot of love, and we're going to take a look at it. Let's take a look at Qui-Gon Jinn's love. Welcome back to the Junkman Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with yet another video. And today we're going to go back to 1999 to get some loving to Qui-Gon Jinn. That's right, back in 1999, the Phantom Menace hit theaters. We were so excited. God, we were so excited. Almost excited about the two new shirts we got at JunkmanMerch.com. Two shirts at JunkmanMerch.com. We got one too. We got two new ones. We got this one right here. And this one right here. Those are awesome. And don't forget about that one. Now let's get back to talking about Qui-Gon Jinn. Sounds like this guy doesn't get much love anymore. I don't know why. I guess he was in the Obi-Wan show. If you can count it, it's like a second. You blink, you miss it. But Qui-Gon Jinn was a cool Jedi back in 1999. He was stern. He was a good master. He really taught Obi-Wan how to Obi-Wan. But not only did we get him in film, we got him in action figure form. We got him on magnets. We got him on shirts. We got a Qui-Gon Jinn everywhere you could think of, even standing in a shower. So let's take a look at merchandise released in 1999 that feature Qui-Gon Jinn. I just like saying the name, Qui-Gon Jinn. It's so cool to say. I used to have an Asian mailman, and I think that was his name. At least that's what I called him back in 1999. For some reason, my mail ended up in the trash can across the street. Anyway, let's look at these figures. Or whatever. And we will start with a figure right here, Qui-Gon Jinn. This is kind of an odd looking one, isn't it? Well, his hair's blowing in the wind, and he's got that fist up like, I'm gonna get off my lawn, I'm a Jedi. I guess if he lived to be an old man, he would have been screaming that. I often wonder, what would have happened if Qui-Gon Jinn lived to see Anakin turn bad? You think Anakin would have even turned? But look at him. He's mad. He's got his little communicator. That's a really, I don't know, woman's leg shaver or something. But a lot of these do have Qui-Gon Jinn for some reason with an angry face. They make him look, if you didn't know, you probably think this was some kind of Sith Jedi or something. Let's take a look at this one right here. Here's a talking one. Yeah, cool movie lines. You know, you can push the buttons and he says stuff like this. You're like, why? Push that again. You know, it probably sounds like that right there. Probably not really good. But there he is, and he's got his angry face on again. He's got his nice little green lightsaber. Let's check out this little miniature right here. It looks like he's about to sit on a toilet. That's not there. That's right. Qui-Gon Jinn, the master of the Force, doesn't even need a toilet. He can just right there wherever he wants to. But there he is. He's got his green lightsaber out again, fixing to wreak some havoc. And this is the one. Here's the one from the shower. At least that's what I thought. I used to think of the store and said, "Why is Qui-Gon Jinn in a shower?" It's one of those corner showers, you know. What is going on? This is a big applause figure that you put the lightsaber in and everything, and he looks angry here too. He's not as angry, but he looks kind of cartoonish. But I always thought he was like a shower. You put a little shower head at the top, and you could have a Qui-Gon Jinn in the shower action figure. So let's move on to a bank. How about this? This is one of three. You get them together, and it fights Obi-Wan. I mean, you get Obi-Wan, he fights Darth Maul. It's pretty cool when you get them all together. It looks really cool. I remember seeing this on QVC when they did a Star Wars special in action. It was kind of cool. I had one of these, but honestly, they're kind of cool, but you can hear the motor, you can hear the you can hear the joints moving and everything more than you could the figures. It was really weird. But here he is, getting ready to fight nobody because your mom didn't buy you all of them. They just bought you the Qui-Gon Jinn one. Now, I will point out, if you haven't noticed, a lot of these have clearance tags on them. Clearance tags. I know people, the Phantom Menace toys were all over the clearance aisles for years. Don't worry, Hasbro still made millions of dollars. They still made a profit. They just overproduced, something Hasbro still does today. Or they underproduce when it's something you want. Here you go right here. Here's a mini clock. That's right, there's a wall back there. It's like a wall, but it's a clock. It's a clock wall. You got Qui-Gon with a green saber about to kick some butt. It's a little grainy here. I can't really see what it looks like, so we're just going to move on. It does have a KB clearance sticker on it. Here's a little pewter figure. I don't know what happened to his lightsaber. His lightsaber needs that little blue pill, right? That's what I think he needs. But there's a little pewter figure right there. Again, I don't know what happened to the saber, but let's say you had a meeting. It was 1999. You were off to work. You wanted to go see Star Wars. You had a big meeting. You could wear your Qui-Gon Jinn tie. That's right. Whew, bet you don't find no Ahsoka Tano tie today. No, you don't. But look at that, a tie of Qui-Gon Jinn. Well, let's say you didn't have a meeting because you were a little boy. Let's say you were like 8 years old, so you were a little boy. Well, you could have this shirt with Jar Jar Binks on it, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Qui-Gon Jinn coming out of the river. This is one odd-looking shirt. They're standing in a lake. They're just standing in water for some reason. I don't understand this shirt at all. It's very, very odd. And yes, you'll notice has a clearance tag on it. Yeah, whew. They went crazy with this Phantom Menace stuff right here. But how about if you want to suck off Qui-Gon Jinn? Well, now you can. You can lick his I better not. I don't want to get dirty here. But you can lick his popsicle. That's what I'll say. Qui-Gon Jinn's got a popsicle popping out of his head. It must have been from a deleted scene from the movie. I'd like to see that. And you get to suck on his lollipop. So let's move on and color Qui-Gon Jinn with the Qui-Gon Jinn coloring book. I don't know what that says, like some fancy French or something, but it's #1 right there. Look at that flowing hair. It looks like he should be on a Pert shampoo bottle, doesn't it? It looks like the new Pert shampoo, Qui-Gon Jinn flavor. But how about if you wanted to color Qui-Gon Jinn? What if you wanted to color him? Well, you could right here. You got some little paint. You got your little dipping stick paintbrush right there. You got to get it wet first and dip it in the paint. I bet if I painted it, it looked horrible. I don't know. I remember they had a Darth Maul one I kind of wanted. I was like, that's a lot of black paint. You just had to pour the black paint all over and then go back and put the red touches in, I guess. Well, there's Qui-Gon Jinn. It comes with white, comes with black. I don't know, you wear brown, but that was black. I don't know. Well, let's move on to a keychain. Everyone wanted a keychain back in the 1999. Remember that keychain? Here he is. He looks kind of like a cartoon character on here also. He's got a nice little pose. Got his green saber ready for action once again. But it's not as cool as having a Qui-Gon Jinn magnet. That's right. You can put this on the refrigerator. Let's say it's 1999. You were still in school. Maybe you got an A+ on that art. Well, let's not make this too unreasonable. Let's say you got a C+ on that art project. Your mom's gonna stick it around the fridge with a Qui-Gon Jinn magnet right there. That would be awesome. Qui-Gon doesn't really look like him too much, but what about something else? Let's say you're a Qui-Gon Jinn fan, but you're also a fan of keys. That's right, you got Qui-Gon Jinn is your hero, and you also like to have keys in your pocket. Well, you won't have to worry about what those keys are anymore with a Qui-Gon Jinn keychain. That's right, look at it. It looks horrible. It looks like some kind of Photoshop. Like somebody at a factory just printed this out and cut it out and slapped it in front of some pod racer they printed out days before. So let's move on and let's drink Qui-Gon Jinn with drinking glass, a collectible drinking glass of Qui-Gon Jinn. He looks like he smells a fart. Let's be honest. Let's look at it. He looks like he smells a fart. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm right. You know I am. So let's say you wanted to eat some Qui-Gon Jinn. Well, you couldn't get potato chips shaped like Qui-Gon Jinn. That would have been, hey doggy, that would have been cool. That would have been cool if you had Qui-Gon Jinn flavor chips that looked like him, but you did have him on the cover of a Lay's potato bag. And this one right here looks like it's some kind of foreign country release, but I think it was in the U.S. Also, he doesn't have a green saber. He's got the yellow saber, but it looks like the yellow blow-up saber from Kenner. Remember Kenner released the inflatable one? That's what it looked like he's holding, the inflatable Kenner lightsaber. I guess they couldn't put him in a green lightsaber because he's got green on the bag and it would just mix together. But it looks like the inflatable one. Let's say you want to go see Qui-Gon Jinn, and Friday night it's 8 o'clock. You're like, I got to go. What time is it? Well, you'll know what time it is with this Qui-Gon Jinn watch. That watch that goes right on your wrist. Why do they always have watches go on your wrist? You never see an ankle watch. Why is that? You never see an ankle watch. You never see an elbow watch. You see a pocket watch maybe, but you haven't seen one of those since 1931. But let's look at this. It's on clearance at Walmart for $7. That is still too much money. Here it is, Qui-Gon Jinn. It was $14.86. Good Lord, $14.86 for this crappy plastic watch. Let's move on to this watch right here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fancy. Not really sure what they're going for here, but it's a novelty LCD watch, whatever that means. You don't have to tell me in the comments below what it means. I don't really care. Let's say you wanted to go to bed, but you wanted to dream of Qui-Gon Jinn. That's right. Well, grab your moisture moisturizer. Grab some KY and head on to the smell of fart again. The Qui-Gon Jinn pillow. Pillow. That's right. A pillow. You can lay your head on. You can even sit your naked butt on it if you want to. And hey, here's something for you to Qui-Gon sniff. Okay, I'm getting carried away. I'm getting dirty. Let's move on to Halloween's coming up. Let's say you wanted to dress up like Qui-Gon Jinn for Christmas, and you said, I got a beard. I got the hair. I can kind of go. Well, look at this right here. He looks more like that guy from Rebels. You know what I'm talking about? That Rebels guy that I think he went blind or something. You remember that's who he looks more like? Kanan, is that his name? Looks more like that guy. Am I wrong? But here we go. Qui-Gon Jinn. It just came with the robe. But let's say you wanted to dress up like Qui-Gon Jinn for Christmas, but you don't have a beard. You're just an 8-year-old kid that loved the movie. What do? Well, you buy a mask and freak the hell out of everybody in the neighborhood, because this is probably the scariest thing you're going to see on Christmas. This thing looks crisp. I was going to say crispy. This thing looks creepy. If you see this knocking on your door, you're not going to think he's there to ask for candy. You think he's there to tell you about Jesus. He's going to tell you, let me tell you about the Savior and Lord Jesus. And you're like, here, just take some candy and go away. Now let's look at one more action figure. And it's just so strange looking. This isn't a bootleg. This isn't a ripoff. This was released by Hasbro. Well, Kenner, under Hasbro's name at this time, you know. Let's take a look at this. Look at that. That is a manly beard and mustache right there. Look at that. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. You might not get in the. Let me see if I can zoom in, because I don't think you're getting the full effect of this. Let's see this. I'm zooming more. I'm zooming more. You're being crazy, man. You're being silly. I said it at 99. I'll say it again. Hasbro. It's time to give somebody else a license. Hadn't you had it long enough? Look at that. Now, before you say, tell me in the comments, I know that doesn't supposed to be his beard and mustache. That's supposed to be the thing he puts on his mouth when him and Obi-Wan jump into the water and they can breathe underwater. You know, if Disney did it, they would just hold his breath. But he did have a little thing he had to put in his mouth, like a little harmonica, and I think that's what it's supposed to represent. At least that's what I told myself when I saw this ugly thing at the store. I could, hit the wrong button there. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But that's a look at some cool, maybe not always cool. Let's just say that's to look at some Qui-Gon Jinn merchandise released in 1999. While researching this video, it hit me that there's a lot of more Anakin stuff, Obi-Wan stuff, but not a lot of Qui-Gon Jinn stuff. But how would you like this character look at merchandise? We've done one for Anakin and Obi-Wan, so maybe we'll do Padme Nabiri next. Padme Nabiri. Maybe we'll do that next. Who knows? Fun time is fun to go back to the prequel era. Don't forget JunkmanMerch.com. JunkmanMerch.com. Subscribe to the channel and all that. You know what I gotta say. I'll see you again very soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.